It's Stampers. I have another project to share with you today. It's made with the Frosted Foliage stamp set from the holiday catalog. It's a Christmas card, and we're going to be doing a spritzing technique and using some Mercury Glass Acetate as a background. I hope you enjoy this. So first off, what you're going to need is a piece of the pretty Peacock paper that measures 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4, and then it's going to be your card base. And you're going to need a piece of the Mercury Glass Acetate, measuring at 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and make sure you peel off the plastic backing on that. You're going to need a piece of the Shimmery white cardstock, measuring at 4 by 5 1/4 inches. And that's for the inside of our card. Also going to need a scrap of that for stamping. Going to need a piece of the Feels Like Frost DSP, cut at 3 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And I selected the snowflake pattern to spritz on. And to save a little bit of time, I've already cut out our frame using the Frosted Frames dies. I'm going to need these two, the snowflake pattern and the foliage decorated frame. And I just cut the snowflakes out of the middle on the Big Shot and punched it all out just to save a little time for the video. So we're going to set that aside for now. First thing we're going to do is we're going to spritz our cardstock. What you're going to need is a Stampin' Spritzer filled with, I use water, but you can use rubbing alcohol if you want it to dry a little bit faster. So you can do a mixture with that and about 4 or 5 drops of re-inker. I'm just going to shake that up a little bit. And you want to be about maybe 12 inches from this when you're spritzing. You don't want to be right on top of it because we're just going to get like a light spray. And you can always add more color if you feel like it's not dark enough. Okay, it's pretty easy. Just let that go for a second. And so what you're going to want to do is just take your paper towel or tissue and just tap lightly on the top to remove all the excess water. And then you can set that aside to dry. So once that's completely dry, you'll have something like this. And now we're going to do our stamping for the outside. We have pretty Peacock ink for that. We're just going to open that up. I've already mounted my stamp, so I'm just going to tap lightly on that. Give enough room around it to put the frame die around. Cut that out in a second. Looks pretty good. And while we've got our ink out, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the inside of the card. They're saying. I'm going to put that a little bit closer to the top, just so I have room for the snowflakes on the inside. I would just tap onto our ink and just put that kind of near the top. I'll set that aside. That's all the stamping we need to do. Set that aside for a second. Just our magnetic platform, or you can use whatever die cutting machine you have at home. Center that. Just cut that piece out. I have my 2 little snowflakes here. Just gonna kind of use my scrap for this because I don't really want to make a mess out of my table, but I'm just gonna touch those with a little bit of snail. Really it for the inside of the card. And for the outside, I'm going to go ahead and attach this piece first, just so we kind of know where to glue here. I'm going to use a lot of snail for this. Do this in about 1/4 inch down from the top. Give it a good press. And I'm just gonna put snail right where that paper is. It's not really peeking through with the glue there. Don't worry, that'll be enough to hold this down. As well. Okay. Now we're going to do our frame. Dimensionals for the back of that. Probably 5 is plenty for this. I always put one in the center just to make sure it doesn't get smashed down. And these are actually from an old paper pumpkin kit. And they get lined up kind of at an angle. Kind of just make sure the foliage is still on the card. And then we're going to do a simple simple bow, just a simple bow with bunny ears. So you're going to make 2 bunny ears, cross them over like you're tying your shoelaces. Push that through, and give it a tug. Tails down. And then we're going to put a few glue dots on the back to hold this down. And that's going to go up in the corner here. Good press. Gonna trim that one down just a little bit more. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to use these little embellishments. These are out of the annual catalog. They're the 2019-2021 in color faceted dots. And we're going to use the flat end of this. And just decorate the corners of our